Hey, this is Adventure for Life. I'm Joel. It is day 3 of the Northeast BDR. We're doing section 3. We're leaving the town of Copake Falls, where we stayed last night at the Allender Hotel, which was super nice. It looked like it had been, you know, an old school, not very nice hotel, but recently renovated, and it was really nice. Going to Mount Greylock to stay tonight, 126 miles. So yesterday was a real, just casual, peaceful, very pleasant day. By the way, it's 65 right now. Looks like it's going to be another, sunny day, so that'll be great. Today's supposed to be more technical, some more difficult sections, a little bit more rock and whatnot, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we'll see you out there on the trail. Back onto the paved section. We had 3 or 4 little switchbacks back there, but you only caught the tail end of it. We've moved a few minutes down the road. This is we went across a little paved section and then have gotten to this. Again, super pretty. There's some kind of lake or something right down there. Got some hikers or walkers or whatever they are. Can't always tell out here. Sometimes there's somebody's house right there. So anyway, it's not like we're in the back country. I said that yesterday, I think. We're in civilization. We're just a few feet away from it. But still, again, I know I've said it 100 times, really, really pretty countryside, very enjoyable, peaceful. Roads these backcountry roads are well maintained, so pretty easy so far. I saw a group of deer back there, 3 or 4 of them, in a field, so it was nice. So we got into this area this is not all that far from the last clip. Got into this area where the road's narrowed a little bit. It's gotten, a little bit rocky. There's a few potholes and whatnot. There's actually a sign back there that said something about low maintenance or whatever. So, again, I try to make a clip every time something changes, and this is a change. I don't know over the last 2 days that we've seen something, this kind of, I would call it clay gravel or whatever. So the soil has obviously changed at some level. There's a little bit of rock, but it's not too difficult, as you can tell. So, a little creek running beside us. We've been on this same road. It's changed a little bit, but it's been very enjoyable, very relaxing. We passed a car and some kind of landscaping truck back there, but really nice. Again, it's still 65 degrees, but I'm chuckling because, well, of course, then we get to asphalt. But we were on that section for 20 minutes probably. And we just wound through the woods and whatnot. It was really pleasant. So this is Beckley Furnace Industrial Monument. So not exactly sure what that's all about, but it's all about those rocks right there. What is this place? Well, we'll find out in a second. Okay, again, Beckley Furnace And that's it. And it operated from 1847 until 1919. And in this same spot, obviously they needed water or something. I shouldn't say obviously, I don't know anything about furnaces, but it was built by this little creek and bridge here. So I think we'll be crossing this bridge in a moment. Oh, got a little waterfall up there. Yeah, I think it's a dam, probably. That looks man-made, but anyway, nice little place to see. So we just got off the pavement again. There was a sign back there that said road grading ahead, and so you see this, it looks like something's chewing up the center of the road. Oh, there's back. Looks like it's maybe chewing up the dirt and gravel that mounds up in the middle, and maybe they're going to bring a grader in here to smooth that out or something. It keeps the center from piling up so much. I don't know, but well, it didn't last very long, and we didn't see any equipment. Anyway, it's almost time for me to use my least favorite word and talk about dust, but looks like John went the wrong way. Honestly, I'm impressed with how well he follows the GPS. Well, this guy GPS, because it's on the phone. The screen is, a little small. It'd be better if it was on a, iPad, something like that. But it works good. Just a little hard to see when you're riding and looking down at your iPhone. Got a little rock bridge here and a little stream, little waterfall right there. That rock ledge hanging over is pretty cool. Jim's taking our picture. There's the upstream side. You can tell there's not a lot of water coming down there, but nice place. So we are on another little short section of pavement. Now we're back off the paved road. Obviously there's some pretty houses out here still. Fairly sharp descent here, I think you can see. Roads are still, it's hard packed gravel. So we're getting real good traction. There's a lake over there through the woods. Roads not maintained for winter travel. Fortunately, it's summer. A nice narrow little dam here. I'm not calling that a lake. I call it a big pond. Whoever owns that house right there has got a pretty sweet deal. That may be public, I don't know. We got on a little 2-track here. Definitely rougher. If I can get out of the bottom of the rut, it wouldn't be so rough, probably, but you don't want to get too far out of it. Maybe I can get up on top. There we go. Anyway, a little bit of a change here. Obviously, this is a much less traveled road than the other stuff we were on. But once you get in the rut, you're in the rut. I'll try to stay on top here, like I said. It changes quickly. Sand. So we had another short section of pavement, and we're here. Lots of these rock walls around. And that's more open road, more hard packed gravel. Tree covered road, like a lot of them, and now it's not tree covered. A little pond there. We'll let this roll till we climb up this little incline here. Not much to it. So after another short section of pavement, we're back to some unpaved roads, and it's dawned on me. You see a house there that. One of the big differences between this and Idaho and Washington again is that, and this should have been obvious to me, but Idaho and Washington again, you're out way away from civilization, and here we're basically, and I'm not saying the whole way is going to be this way, but we're basically riding down residential roads that are non-paved, and that doesn't make it bad. It just is a big difference between, you know, the Northeast and the Western BDRs. So you see we're back on pavement. So we were on that unpaved section for a very short period of time. Okay, there was a sign back there that said, "This is Beartown Mountain Road." It got a lot more narrow. We're out of the houses here. You saw a couple cars back there for hikers, I'm sure. So I'm guessing there's some hiking trails. There's a little creek bottom there. It was dry. Yeah, got a little bit rockier. So a little bit of variety here. Yeah, a little rougher. Pretty, obviously. So we turned a little while back there, but it's still the same kind of road, and you know, a little bit of a challenge, a little bit of rocks here and there. There's been some bigger ones in other sections, but a little bit of uphill, a little bit of downhill. Pretty place, narrow, tree covered, nice canopy, shade, beautiful weather. Yeah, it's 62 degrees right now, so and you just couldn't ask for much better from a scenery and from a temperature and just riding conditions standpoint. We did pass a forestry guy a few probably a mile or two back that was cutting some trees down that were still laying in the road, so I mean we were able to go around them, but so they have had enough wind to knock some trees down. Oh, here's a little steep section here. I'll film to the end. We're going to, it looks like some narrow little bridge here. So it's been just a few feet since that, a few feet, you know, a quarter mile since that last video, and that quickly popped out. Again, we were probably on that gravelly stuff for 20 minutes, be my guess. But come out on this about as poor of a paved road as you're going to find. Not that that's a complaint, I'm just saying that's what we're on. But it's neat though, because it's pretty. The reason I turned the video on is because we got the canopy and it's nice and all that stuff. So you see a car out here that whoever's driving that's getting beat to death. Gone a little further on this quote-unquote paved road, and I just thought I'd comment that this probably is the worst paved road I've ever ridden on, at least in the United States of America. I mean, I've been in some foreign countries with worse paved roads than this, but this is, again, it's not a complaint. I'm just telling you what we're riding on. It's almost amusing how poor this road is. Looks like they just put a really thin layer down or something like that. Maybe the tree roots have messed it up or something, but it's almost comical. So we stopped for lunch, had a little pizza, and then got off the paved roads again. There's a little pond here, and I think there's supposed to be some challenging sections not too far from here, so we'll see what that's all about. But another change of scenery, so thought I'd show you what it looks like. We've been going through a kind of a rocky, rutted section, some little, you know, little mud puddles like this and whatnot. A little bit different. It's not difficult. Oh, we got some rocks here. Be nice if we were carrying a little bit more speed, because that helps you handle the rocks and whatnot better. But this isn't difficult enough that makes that big a difference. At least not yet. Yeah, this isn't about speed, it's about, you know, carrying your momentum up the hill. You just gotta stay on the gas. Probably 5 minutes down the road, we're riding along this little stream here. Oh, got a little bridge crossover or pipe crossover, whatever. Nothing too spectacular, a little bit of a change. So I don't know if this is October Mountain itself or if this is a precursor, but oh, look at this outlook. Good timing. Nice little dam and whatnot. I don't know if we're going to get off here or not, but it was pretty, you know, ruddy and bouncy and all that stuff back there. So okay, so it turns out what we just did was the bottom part of October Mountain. Apparently the next little piece is going to be tougher, so I'll film that. Got a nice little lake behind the dam. We'll see what kind of drop off we got over here. Yeah. Well, there's the dam. I mean, that's probably 80. It could be 100 feet. I don't know. But anyway, nice place. Okay, this is the next section of October Mountain. Oh yeah. Got some little bumps, got some ruts. I'm down in first gear right now, which, ooh, that was a mistake. That was a poor choice. Fortunately, I survived it. Went right off that, ooh, pointy rock. Yeah, these little, you know, got these ruts in the road, so the water will get off the road instead of rutting downhill. It gets off to the side, and then the water cuts that deeper, and you get a little bit of a dip there. I'm not picking the best lines. Of course, this is easy here, but well, this is certainly different than what we've been doing in a challenge, and that's a hard rock. Not that all rocks aren't hard, but that was a big one. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that, but every now and then when my bike hits a bigger rock, well, of course that branch in the face didn't help any. This is, smooth that a little bit. I'll turn it off and we'll see if it comes back. tougher stuff. Okay, I turned it back on because there were some pretty big, oh, that's what they call a step right there. Pretty big ruts, and then it went back to rocks. So the ruts were kind of fun because you're going up, going down, going up, going down. This is certainly rougher than anything we've done so far. The fact that we're on pretty much level ground. We were climbing a little bit earlier, but and we've gone down a little bit, but the fact that this is pretty much level makes it a lot easier, as you can imagine. Ooh, bad choice again. Yeah, this is rough for sure. None of it's loose, so that makes a pretty big difference. All right, I'm gonna shut this off. Okay, I was able to get my camera turned on. This is a rougher rock section here. And then it got a little bit easier, but yeah, that was a pretty tough section back there. Fun, because again, if we were trying to climb a bunch while we were doing this, it would be a lot harder. So this is the section right after that October Mountain section. It's probably been 10 minutes since we got off of October Mountain, and just want you to see it smooths out. A little bit of big gravel, but another pretty ride through the New York countryside. Another little section of pavement. We're actually picking up the speed, if you can see, going 36, 37 miles an hour. So part of that's because this is hard packed, you know, fine gravel, but I think this is the end of this is the end of the third day, or coming into the third day, and we're just picking up the pace a little bit, which is good. A little stream there, not much water. Yeah, we've you know, we had that rain a couple days ago. Of course, there's no guarantee it came here, but it's been, you know, to me, I would call it unusually dry for this area. Of course, I don't live in New York, so who knows, but it is early September. So anyway, back to the asphalt. Another unpaved, that we got on a little pavement for a second. Another little unpaved section. Well, a little pond there. A couple houses. Again, a lot of this is unpaved residential areas. And when I say residential, I mean these people may own 100 acres. I don't know. But we're going, you know, we're typically seeing quite a few houses where on these back roads. Obviously not when we did that October Mountain section, but a lot of the rest of the time when we're on these well-maintained gravel roads, there are plenty of houses. Just got back off pavement again, out in the woods. I think this is remote enough that we're not going to see any houses. These little ruts, the road kind of forces you in, the gravel kind of forces you down into the ruts, which is okay. It's difficult enough that it matters, but anyway, this is really nice. Temperature 67 degrees. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, so again, I know I've said it 100 times, you're not going to get much better than this from a temperature and condition standpoint. Just a little bit further down. We've been doing this for 10 minutes probably. Just kind of large gravel, I guess. Not real large. A narrow path through here. Really enjoyable. Got the canopy. Got the washboard there. Not my favorite thing. This has been fun. Did another paved section back there. They were doing some road work, and honestly I should have filmed the road work because they had dirt piled up real thick that they had not graded yet or whatever, and the bike was slipping and sliding all over the place. Okay, so we've only got about 25 miles to go into Mount Greylock. It's supposed to be a pretty place, so I'll save some footage for that. I'm not sure how much more off pavement will be, but not far to go. Again, it's a pretty short day. Tomorrow's supposed to be 220 altogether and a fair amount of gravel, so we may are off unpaved, so may leave a little bit earlier tomorrow. It's quite nice asphalt, obviously, but we haven't had too many chances to see the mountains in the distance, so there you go. There's the mountains in the distance. And again, this is a lot different from, you know, what we did a couple weeks ago, because you got so many trees you just can't see what's around you. And obviously out in Idaho that wasn't the case, and so we had really good views when we were up at any kind of elevation, and here you just can't see through the trees. But it's not a negative, it's the reality. So we don't have far to go. I think maybe 10 miles, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's a bunch of fresh dirt on this road. I guess they've graded it or getting ready to grade it, and it's been kind of funny because the bike's moving around a lot, and of course now it's over. So anyway, 5-10 miles to go. So we dropped one of the guys off at the tent camping site. We are approaching Mount Greylock. It's a really pretty approach. I think we just got a couple miles to go. So there we got this again is still the approach to Bascom Lodge, Mount Greylock, and so we're going to have some good views from up top. Looks like there's another gap right up here. So that was the inside of the Massachusetts War Memorial, whatever, at the top of Mount Greylock. And we're in Adams, Massachusetts, by the way. We're just going to take a quick walk over here so you can see. I think they said 5 states, something like that. So that's the whole story there. There's some, oh, the Massachusetts Veterans. Pretty cool. Got a great view. And I don't know how many states I can see from this side. But hey, pretty cool place. 3,500 feet, I think. So I mean, we're not that high up there, but that tells you that what's in front of us, I mean, it's a junior mountain. This is the end of day 3, section 3 of the Northeast BDR Adventure for Life. I'm Joel, and we'll see you tomorrow.